number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela burns it. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Hey, this is Scott Channing. Are you down there? Wondering when you guys want to come to us. We're at 4:40 on the clock.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
The NCAA expresses our gratitude to our corporate champions and partners. Without their support, these great championship moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. The NCAA's commitment to the highest levels of fairness and well-being, along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to DeVos Fieldhouse for the first round of the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. Here at DeVos hosting the first two rounds, we'll see Hope College face off against the LaRoche University Redhawks. I'm Jordan George alongside Scott Vanderstoop. Excited to call this one for you. And Coach Vanderstoop, what are we thinking here as we head into game number 2 at DeVos? An exciting one in the first matchup as well.
Jordan, it's great to be here, and you're not going to make many mistakes tonight, but as a coach, I am 0-0. So I just want that to be the record. I have some skills, and I know something about basketball, but I became an official for a reason. I've never coached a day in my life.
Noted.
I am super excited to be with you. We've known each other for several years in several different contexts, but I've listened to you, and you do a great job, and nothing's going to make me happier than sitting second chair with you. I'm super excited about it, and I'm very excited. It has been over 1,000 days since Division III has crowned a basketball champion, and it's been over 700 days since we've had an NCAA Division III tournament game. And Hope College comes in with all of its accolades, winning 69 out of their last 70, losing only one game in 3 seasons. I think the selection committee, Jordan, did a good job of identifying really the top 12 teams. In Division III, it's way harder because Hope doesn't travel west, the West Coast teams don't travel east, and so you're really left with the selection committee. But the LaRoche University team, to me, looks a lot like Hope. They score a lot of points. They average over 70, and they have balanced scoring. They've got only 3 players in double figures, and they're all nestled around the 12 or 3-point. I hope you have a bottle of water because I think your voice is going to get a workout tonight. I think we're going to see a lot of possessions. I think we're going to see a lot of points. I've been wrong before, but I think so.
Up and down basketball, there's nothing wrong about that. And when you talk about March Madness, no matter what level, there just seems to be a certain type of buzz in the air, a certain type of energy here inside DeVos Fieldhouse for this first round matchup. Well, Scott, you said it, 2 similar teams here when you look at the statistics. The LaRoche University Redhawks come in at 18-5. They won the Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference Championship and earned an automatic qualifier here into the NCAA tournament. And you said it, 3 players that average in double figures, but then a plethora of players averaging above 6 points. So I think you predicted it correctly. This one might be a track meet, and might have to catch my breath now and then.
They come in with a record of 20-5. They've won their last 14. Now, the Allegheny Mountain tournament is a lot like other Division III tournaments. The MIAA just expanded back out to 8. And for a variety of reasons related to travel and cost, some conferences choose to go with a 4-team tournament. That's what AMCC did. LaRoche came in tied for first in regular season with Penn State Barron. And then Penn State Barron, the other co-champion, got upset by Alfred State, the 4th seed, and LaRoche was able to take the 4th seed. They were able to vanquish them, and we've got the automatic qualifier from the AMCC against the automatic qualifier from the MIAA.
Yeah, just watching them warm up, you get the sense that neither team's going to give an inch here this evening in this one. So we'll take a quick break. We'll turn it over to PA announcer Darren Dystemars as he introduces both of these squads, and we'll be right back to call this one.
Directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated in our grounds for removal. We appreciate your cooperation in creating a safe and positive game. As always, respect. It's the name of the game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for the NCAA 2022 Women's Tournament Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, your first round teams feature the Redhawks of LaRoche University and the Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are your starting lineups. First for the Redhawks at 1'4", a 5'8" sophomore, number 14, Maisha Hairston. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'11" senior, number 14, Kate Majerus. At 1 forward for the Redhawks, a 5'10" senior, number 15, Ayana Mazik. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'9" senior, number 22, Sydney Muller. Starting at center for the Redhawks, a 5'10" freshman, number 25, Michaela Abram. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6'3" senior, number 5, Olivia Voskal. At one guard for the Redhawks, a 5'6" junior, number 1, Denasia Sanders. And at guard for the Flying Dutch, a 5'6" senior, number 12, Casey DeSmit. And at the final guard spot for the Redhawks, a 5'5" senior, number 24, Chandrea Butler. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10" senior, number 20, Kennedy Schoonveld. LaRoche University is coached by Cam Gissendanner. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this evening, Andrew Hoffman, Colleen Thompson, and Alex Briggs. Your alternate official is Andy McKellar.
Well, let's get this thing rolling here. Teeing this one up from DeVos Fieldhouse, the NCAA tournament first round. It doesn't get much better than this. We have the LaRoche University Redhawks taking on the Flying Dutch. And as we just stated a couple minutes ago, I think this game's going to be a back and forth affair, balanced affair. Both these teams play a pretty pleasing style of basketball. So appreciate you tuning in here tonight. And one of these teams will be moving forward into the second round, and one team will unfortunately have their season come to an end this evening in DeVos.
Well, I think we'll have a better student crowd tomorrow. This is the weekend that students have prepared really all year for their 24-hour fundraiser for the Children's Miracle Network. So most of our students are actually over at our fitness center. I better stop talking because we got action right away. It's 3 seconds in. I told you were going to get busy, Jordan.
Olivia Voskal tipped the ball forward, and Sydney Muller was there to collect it, and she just headed straight for the backboard. She'll head to the free throw line to shoot too. Sydney Muller, part of this ultra experienced lineup for Hope College.
It looks like Hope is going to be able to control around the paint. They've got height over the LaRoche team, and they'll have depth. You know, they're learning to play without Savannah Feenstra, which I think turned out to be a trickier task maybe than what they thought, because she's got length, and I think they're going to miss her.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. This all-senior lineup for the Flying Dutch played in so many big games together, but have unfortunately been unable to play in an NCAA tournament in over 2 years. So this Hope team excited to play here, especially on their home court. Casey DeSmit, corner 3. Can't hit that one. LaRoche will go the other way. That's Denia Sanders. She's looking for her teammate, Michaela Abram, and that one skirts out of bounds. It'll stay on the Redhawks end. And right from the beginning, we saw a little mini baseball pass there, and the Redhawks off to the races. Oh, it's a nice baseline out of bounds set. Abram found herself all alone. A little bit of contact there. Hits the deck, and Hope will go the other way. Good vision there by Muller, and then that one just got tied up. Solid Redhawk defense here to start this one, and it'll be Redhawk basketball. They'll look to score their first basket of the game. They're led by Denia Sanders, number 1. She averages over 13.5 points per game, and they also have Ayanna Mazik, the AMCC Player of the Year, on their squad.
3 scoring threats. There's one of them.
That one's back rim, and Schoonville finds herself all alone. Left hand drive, Kennedy Schoonville. First field goal for Hope. They open the scoring 3-0, Flying Dutch. Schoonville, the 3-time MIAA Player of the Year. That's just ultra impressive. The super senior from Holland Christian High School.
It's hard to be the Player of the Year on a team so balanced as this. Credit to the MIAA coaches for recognizing her overall game, because numbers-wise, no one from Hope is particularly dominating because they have so much depth.
Well, speaking of Conference Players of the Year, that was Ayanna Mazik with a little lefty floater from about 12 feet. Such an impressive shot from Mazik. She cuts the Hope lead to 1, and that's Sydney Muller 3 balls off in the corner. Here come the Redhawks.
Hope stretching the defense out. Vosk all the way out to the 19-foot mark, hawking her opponent.
Touch foul there on Casey DeSmit. Smith, the senior from Hudsonville High School. She'll pick up her first. You can tell this Redhawks team really wants to spread out the Hope defense and create some driving lanes. Kind of a classic dribble drive type offense for this LaRoche team.
Number 12, Casey DeSmit. That is her first team's first.
Casey DeSmit, a player that's really come on here in her senior season. She leading assist giver on this team, also averages 6 points per game from point guard. Little left elbow jumper here, friendly home court roll for Michaela Abram. Michaela Abram named AMCC Newcomer of the Year this year, averaging just about 13 points per game. Dangerous Redhawks team is a 4-3 lead. Muller, that's a strong finish by Sydney Muller with the right hand. Got her shoulder right into the defender and put it up for 2. Baseline drive. That one's no good by Michaela Abram, but extra hustle play here for the Redhawks. Left wing 3 ball. That one's off, but I like the way this Redhawks team shares the basketball. Definitely fun to watch.
And Hope's going to have to be better on the defensive rebound. I mean, you're not going to be able to do that all night and be able to stretch out any lead. You can't give a team 3 shots. Here comes the tribe of 4, not the tribe of 5, without Savannah Feenstra. I went down to Trine while you were probably here watching your brother Tyler, and I noticed that well, Muller's at the line anyway, but Sid will play for, if they do anything like they did at Trine, Sid will play for about 2 minutes, and then Kennedy will come back in and spell her. And then they'll come back in with the other 3 from the starting lineup. So I thought Coach Mo did a really good job of managing subs and being able to control the game. I mean, it was a very, very good game. And Trine spent a fair amount of the second half ahead, and Hope was able to use their depth and eventually crawl back ahead and hold the lead. It was a great game, as it was here. Too bad we couldn't be 2 places at once.
The second unit, the thing that just stands out the most to me is their energy. Seems like every 50-50 ball when the second unit is on the court is corralled by the Hope team. You have Meg Morehouse out there just who's, you know, an energizer bunny on the court, and Hannah Smith, great rebounder. Nice LaRoche defense here, forcing a Sidney Muller travel.
You know, an unsung hero from that trying game on Saturday was Ella McKinney, who hung a double. I want to say she had 13 points in 11 of them, maybe in the first half. Someone who contributes, but not really known for scoring, and she was really terrific and was a big reason why Hope came away with the tournament title.
Andrea Butler in a high ball screen here. This is Michaela Abram. She's been a scoring threat so far. This Hope defense is just swarming, and it often seems like offensive teams playing against Hope have a timer running down in their head to where, you know, that pressure is just going to get to you after a while, and there's a LaRoche turnover there. Go Hope's way. Looks like LaRoche is going to be in a zone here. Interesting looking zone, not necessarily a 2-3.
Kind of almost a 1-3-1 or something.
Oh, the Kinney offensive rebound over to Muller. Great vision by Sidney Muller out to Meg Morehouse. Can't hit, but that's a solid offensive trip for Hope. Right down Broadway. That's number 24, Chandria Butler with the left hand.
It's her first points of the game, but you got to stop the ball, don't you, Coach?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good physical rebounding, too, by LaRoche. And this LaRoche team is coming to play. The thing that stands out the most right now is their physicality. They're not afraid to mix it up and offensive rebound. And, you know, they're not backing down from anybody. They definitely have a height disadvantage against this Hope squad, especially when Voskuhl and Majerus are in there. But this LaRoche team, fun to watch so far, and balanced scoring, like you said.
And they're beating Hope to the ball, playing with more energy. So the second team has got to kind of try to neutralize that. That's one way to do it right there.
Their Bagley tip away. Just as you predicted, here comes Kenny Schoonveld. She'll check in, presumably for Muller here at the next dead ball. LaRoche switching back to the man-to-man defense. Hannah Smith tries with the right. Hope's turned the tables here a little bit in terms of offensive rebounding. That one pongs off, but 3 different opportunities for the Hope team on that offensive possession. They come away empty.
I wonder if LaRoche is going to extend their defense or if they're going to try to pack. Because right now, you would think that with our 3-point shooters, they can't afford to be packing down, but it seems to be working in the early minutes.
We're going to take a media timeout here. Just saw Meg Morehouse force turnover, 5-second call, and you know that's where this second group really comes in clutch with this Flying Dutch team. Well, I think we'll send it to commercial here, and we'll be back in just a minute.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back at DeVos Fieldhouse, Hope inbound here in a battle in the first quarter. This LaRoche team switching defenses, rebounding aggressively. See him back here in this zone that's almost a 1-1-3, really unique zone, challenging this Hope team to move the ball effectively.
Well, so far you have to say LaRoche is well prepared by the coaching staff because there just really isn't a whole lot happening on the Hope offense right now.
Tough move by Kennedy Schoonveld on the baseline, just hung in midair and then hit with the right hand. It's Schoonveld's second bucket of the evening.
I got to believe that making an extra pass and not over-dribbling are going to be ways in which maybe Hope can loosen this team up a little bit. But right now, they're on lockdown.
Yeah, if you take a look at Hope's season scoring averages, 86.5 per game. for Hope, and they're well.
No one's getting 85 at this rate.
Yeah, absolutely. Claire Bagley just hounding Shaundrea Butler. They're gonna say that that's number 5, DJ Whittington, stepped on the sideline there, and another forced Hope turnover. The defense really picked up the pace here in the last minute or so. Meg Morehouse is surveying against this tough zone for LaRoche and throws it away. Interception by DJ Whittington. Kicks out. Sanders all air on that shot, but nice turnover caused by LaRoche. Claire Bagley stops, pops. She'll head to the free throw line. I think Hope's their best when they get out in transition. We've seen that even over the last 2-3 years, it seems, that Hope just so comfortable when they get out in space, and finally able to get some breathing room there was Claire Bagley.
Bagley on the secondary break, and she was able to find the middle of the paint and draw the contact. Probably learned that, I gotta believe, at Forest Hill Central High School, among other places.
Just gonna mention that, you know. Claire Bagley, the junior from Forest Hill Central High School.
How often is it going to be, JG, that the first chair, the second chair of the broadcast, and the free throw shooter are all going to be graduates of FHC? I don't think that happens a lot.
You know, it's the quality education that we received there.
And Hope College graduates.
Absolutely.
Two of them are grads, and Claire soon to be a grad.
Another LaRoche turnover here. Taking a look at turnover numbers, that's 5 for LaRoche. Definitely a number that they'll want to clean up here moving forward. This is a team that turns the ball over about 12 times per game. That's about average, I would say, in Division III. They're on pace for more than that here this evening.
I think Vosco can go to work on this lineup. Maybe do a little inside out with her. There we go.
Oh, asking you shall receive.
Outside in, I'll take it.
Schoonville DeVosco, the high school teammates, connecting on that one, extends the Hope lead to 5. And this one, Hope's so dangerous when things just seem to get snowballing in their favor on the offensive end. LaRoche needs to have some quality offensive possessions here. Step back tray attempt by Ayana Mazik. That one is short. Schoonville will run the break. Looks like LaRoche going to pick up out of that zone defense at this point. Hand check call there on 25, Michaela Abram.
It's her first foul. That's the 4th of the quarter on LaRoche, so that'll be a baseline throw-in for the Dutch. Substitution in for, let's see if I can catch this here. I want to say Denisha Sanders back in the game. Nice.
Baseline out of bounds, set, drawn up. You could tell Schoonville went to set an up screen and then just slipped right to the basket. And it's might be the easiest 2 she gets all evening. She has 6. Smith and Voskel, good work on that ball screen, but attempted a finish. It's no good for Shaundrea Butler. Smith finds herself in space.
All 5 starters back in now for the Dutch.
Thought Schoonville was going to go to work a little bit there, but they'll hit Voskel on the left block. Voskel, the hoop and the harm off the window, extends the Hope lead to 9 with a chance to hit double digits here.
Who was it who said Voskel go to work on this lineup? I don't remember.
No doubt about it. Voskel standing at 6'3", and LaRoche just had a definite size advantage there. Forward in right now, Michaela Abram standing at 5'10". Voskel able to get that shot off out the window.
It's risky, but you almost, when you're outsized like this, you almost have to consider fronting, don't you?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, at that point, you try to deny the ball to Voskel and then plan on having some help side defense on the back end. But she just poses such a matchup problem because she can play inside and outside. Such a unique player here, especially at the Division III level, that really stretches the defense. Jairus switching on that screen out front. Janiyah Sanders, skip pass.
They really want to get that 3 from the corner, but Hope's extending out and doing well to prevent it.
Zeke, nice little step through turnaround to cut the Hope lead to 7. Ayana Mazik has 4 points on the evening. Mazik, the AMCC Player of the Year. Crash by Muller, but LaRoche should go the other way. Try to cut into this Hope lead. Mazik leading the break herself. Ayanna Mazik flexes on him with the left hand off the window. Going on a scoring run herself is Ayanna Mazik.
Probably want a little more disciplined possession, I think, after you've just given up 4 points in a row.
Yeah, this Hope team loves to shoot the 3-ball and loves to get out in transition, but now and then time and score, it can play against you. Hard to break that habit. Mazik, step back, deep, triple, how about it? Ayanna Mazik.
She's been looking for that all quarter, and she got free a couple times. I think that's the first one she hit. She has 8 points total, but I think that's the first one from the deep corner.
And Mazik's been really camped out in that left corner looking for that exact shot. She finally got it, and it was a high degree of difficulty, no doubt about it. Created space herself and then knocked it in. Here comes LaRoche again, down 3.
7 points in a row they've scored. It was 15-6, I believe.
All courtesy of Ayanna Mazik, AMCC Player of the Year. Step back, lefty, 16-footer, but how about Mazik with the extra effort? He'll tag her with the foul, but you got to credit Ayanna Mazik hitting the deck.
Ready to take a little nap on Kate Majerus as they kind of fell to the floor. She's working hard, helped up by both her teammate as well as Olivia Voskel. And that's going to be the 5th foul of the quarter. So Hope with a pair. Mazik is going to get a well-deserved rest. She leaves with 8. Schoonveld with 6. And who else do we have? Muller with 5, leading Hope. DeSmit with 4.
Something to potentially keep an eye on is that Ayanna Mazik just picked up her 2nd foul here, tail end of the first quarter. Mazik, who has attempted 8 shots, she's 4 for 8. No one else has attempted more than 3. And you know, it's interesting when you get down to tournament time like this, often you see seniors really rise to the occasion because they don't want their college career to end. And Ayanna Mazik, the 5'10 senior from Philadelphia, definitely falls into that category.
The LaRoche roster is largely Pennsylvania heavy. They come from Pittsburgh, so they also draw from Eastern Ohio, but largely a Pennsylvania, Ohio roster, as is Hope, usually on both the men's and the women's side. Indiana, Illinois, and predominantly Michigan roster.
LaRoche going to hold for the last one here. See what they get drawn up. Chandrea Butler really being sped up by Meg Morehouse. Fall away shot, that's good. Denia Sanders from 12 feet off balance. High degree of difficulty shot there. It's got the Hope lead to 2 as the first quarter ticks down and the buzzer sounds.
Such great defense, and then Sanders making that really tough shot under pressure. What LaRoche needed to end that quarter, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, we'll take a quick break here. Commercial timeout. Hope leads by 2, 16-14 after 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these men and women who have given so much to serve our country.
LaRoche University set me up for success. I was undecided as to what I wanted to do career-wise. When I went to LaRoche to visit and met with the design division, it stole my heart. My internship led to a career with R3A Architecture, where I was hired full-time after graduating. I'm Brittany Craig, and I'm a proud alumna of LaRoche University.
Fieldhouse started the second quarter here in the NCAA tournament first round. Hope leads by 2 over LaRoche.
JG, first quarter stats, LaRoche hitting 44% to Hope's 35. And as good as they probably both are from three-point land, I gotta believe we need to get this corrected because it says that Hope's 0 for 7 and LaRoche is 0 for 3. I think we're going to get that updated because I think we had at least 1 3-pointer. So
Meg Morehouse spinning in the lane with the right hand. That's a solid start to quarter number 2. Hope, a team that used to scoring in bunches, had a little bit of a slow stretch there in the middle of the first quarter. They'll try to turn it on here. Usually their offense comes from their defense too by creating turnovers. Voskuhl had the block up high, and then to see a replay potentially of this one. Yeah, they'll say that she caught her with the body down low, but up high it was clean.
I think when players start swinging their arms, you're just asking for a whistle. It's really hard. Officials, I'm not trying to alibi for them, but they got about 50 milliseconds to make that decision. And if you go straight up, you're okay. But if you start swinging arms, I think it's increased risk for whistle.
That's probably one of those situations too where Voskuhl has such a size advantage that if she, just stayed straight up, perpendicular, she affects almost every shot on the court, whether she's involved or not, and picks up the foul there. Well, LaRoche just cut the lead to 2 for Hope. Come down to the offensive end. They're going to post Voskuhl hard. Face-up move. What a great hammer pass there to Hannah Smith in the corner. Morehouse just probing the defense. Out to Voskuhl. Oh, what vision and pass by Olivia Voskuhl. Ella McKinney found herself on the right block and finishes off a nice dish from Olivia Voskuhl.
That's exactly what LaRoche needs to do, but it's also exactly what Hope needs to do, which is to just be disciplined and make those extra passes.
Denijah Sanders and the rest of this LaRoche team ultra aggressive offensively and taking their opportunities when they can get them. This lead is really stayed at 2 here for the last few minutes, and LaRoche offense a big reason why.
They're playing fearlessly on the offensive end.
Voskuhl, oh, what a post move by Voskuhl. Couldn't get it to go, but that's a textbook post move from Voskuhl on the left block. Just skirts off, and LaRoche with a chance to tie here on the offensive end.
I'm seeing great viewership here. We want to thank you. We want to welcome folks from the great states of Pennsylvania and Ohio. We got to believe we got a lot of folks watching, as well as some Hope fans, but we got a lot of Hope fans here too. So we appreciate your support of NCAA tournament basketball. We're happy to bring it to you.
Yeah, there's just really nothing better. The stakes are raised and the energy is higher, and you can tell just by the look in these players' eyes that really means a ton. Not that every game doesn't, but a lot on the line right now. DJ Whittington stepped on the sideline, so it'll be LaRoche's 6th turnover of the evening.
That's the thing Matt and I were talking about in game 1. Men and women, high school and college, everybody uses every inch of the floor now. You see a lot more out of bounds plays with players stepping because the offenses are extended so wide.
Yeah, you'll even get forwards, and sometimes players like Voskuhl will really stretch the floor and changes the whole game. Sydney Muller with a little underhand right-hand pass to Hannah Smith. Smith finishes for 2. It's going to come down to this defensive end for this Hope team. LaRoche has seemed comfortable over the last 2 minutes. Usually Hope's ball pressure can really disrupt teams, but got to give a lot of credit to the Redhawks, really handling the pressure well and staying under control. You can tell they're well accustomed to playing in games like this and well prepared for this game by Cam Gissendanner. And how about Cam Gissendanner's basketball background? The head coach of the LaRoche University Redhawks, played 3 seasons at Penn State, and actually played a season with the Los Angeles Sparks WNBA team in 2008. So cool basketball experience over there on the LaRoche University bench as well.
It's a good resume. Mashia Hairston back in the game. And Hope's going to get whistled for another foul. I think they got McKinney on a block-out rebounding foul.
Yeah, the Duke crew doesn't like it, but those loose ball fouls, when there aren't as many bodies in there, everything just becomes a little bit more obvious, little shoves and everything else. So McKinney will take a seat. She'll get a break, and in comes Sydney Muller. Great denial here by this Hope team. LaRoche enters it. Here's Denijah Sanders. Goodness. Is there a body that isn't on the floor right now? Denijah Sanders was looking for Michaela Abram inside. The freshman was posting hard, and then the ball was pinballing around down there in the paint, and just great hustle by both these teams.
That's a time when you're an official, you're just praying for a held ball, but they just, if it popcorns around like that, it's tough.
Yeah, dangerous
Don't
play.
want anyone hurt.
Yeah, bodies flying everywhere. And oh yeah, that one was a pretty obvious one there. It's a tough one on DJ Whittington. Just DJ shuffled her feet. And turnovers starting to pile up a little bit for LaRoche here. That's 8 on the evening for the Redhawks. They'll want to cut that down and be a little bit more under control in the offensive end. It's tough against this Hope pressure, though, no doubt about it.
Nia Thomas making her appearance in the game. 5'9" senior, checks in for LaRoche.
Bagley left-hand try. That one's back rim, but there's Sydney Muller. Sydney Muller straight back up. Muller, great body control, great awareness of where she was on the court. Knocks that one in, extends the Hope lead to 6, and just get that sense right now in DeVos Fieldhouse. This crowd is waiting for something to really get on their feet and cheer about. So Hope defense is going to try to create a turnover here. Nice high-low look by LaRoche, and that's an and one.
Great post up by Hairston. And tough passing angle. Basically had to go 90 degrees or 0 degrees. I don't know what your axis is, but basically had to throw it straight in without an angle. And Hairston was able to grab it and pick up the foul.
Shia Hairston, you know, talked about great body control on the Sydney Muller play. Even better body control by Hairston there to realize where she was in the paint and get a quality shot off. Unable to hit the free throw, but impressive play there by Hairston, the sophomore from Pittsburgh. Well, here's Meg Morehouse. Hope loves to go with that high ball screen action, and then they'll get a little up screen like you saw there from Kennedy Schoonveld. As you see, Hope comfortable posting all their players.
Sid's got a height advantage on her defender. She was trying to get the ball. Kennedy the same thing.
Yeah, Schoonveld tried a little right-hand baby hook. That one just short. Nice nifty dribbling move there by Chandrea Butler. Solid move by Nia Thomas, and LaRoche corrals the offensive rebound. They'll keep it on their end. Cam
Gissendaner wants a play called, but the team is clearly not running. And nice charge drawn by Hannah Smith, and she just took it right square in the body. As that is, we'll have to see who that foul was. There was a mass of bodies there, but it came from the weak side, and Hannah Smith got outside of the restricted area and made sure she picked up that is taking one for the team.
Hannah Smith, that's what she'll give you too, right? It seems like so many of her plays don't show up in the box score, and then she changes the game in different ways. Well, some substitutions on here for Hope. Kate Majerus in, as well as Casey DeSmit. There's Voskuhl top of the key. So comfortable posting Kennedy Schoonveld in there. And Schoonveld, who technically plays a guard, just goes right through the body of the LaRoche defender and lays it in. Kind of reminds me a little bit, if you tuned in to any Hope men's basketball games, her and Evan Thomas, similar comfort level on the inside paint as basically small forwards.
Looks like in terms of game preparation, Coach Mo has said, if you had a height advantage, I want you posting mid-post and making a move, because that's happened 4 or 5 times in this half alone.
Yeah, definitely a trend developing here for the Flying Dutch on the offensive end. Sydney Muller is going to head to the free throw line.
Sanders back into the game for LaRoche. And she will replace Thomas.
Sanders, 6 points on the evening so far. The 5'6" junior from Cleveland, Ohio. She'll be back next year for the Redhawks. Muller's going to head to the free throw line here. Sydney Muller, the 5th-year senior out of Grand Rapids Christian High School, shoots right around 68% from the free throw line on the season. And you know, she's one of those players for this Hope team that just seems to provide a spark on the defensive end, and then almost seems like what you get offensively from Sydney is almost icing on the cake when her defensive abilities really carry the load for this Hope team.
That was a borderline free throw violation as Sid was falling forward, but she got credit for both free throws.
Sanders, the nice kick out pass here. Yeah, it's going to be another travel. That's on Alexis Robinson, the freshman on the right wing. You got to credit that one to the Hope defense, though. A little bit of denial there on the wing.
A little energy, getting the crowd into it and excited about it. Getting a little lead, a little breathing room.
8-point lead here for the Flying Dutch with just under 5 minutes remaining. We'll take a quick timeout. We have a media timeout here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Back here at DeVos Fieldhouse, Hope College leading 28-20 over the LaRoche University Redhawks. And taking a look at some team stats here, the one that jumps out the most to me is the fact that Hope has not made a three-point field goal here this evening yet. 0 of 7 are the Flying Dutch. This is a team that averages 8 made three-point field goals per game and shoots at a 38% clip. So definitely a surprising statistic, but if you're a Hope College fan, the fact that you're up 8 here midway through the second quarter against a really, really solid LaRoche club has to give you some confidence.
And we either missed the call or there's an error in the stats because they also have LaRoche at 0-4. I thought they drained one, but maybe it was just inside.
I think that one might have been a 2, potentially by Mazik in the left corner there.
Well, far be it from me to question the stat crew, and it's actually hard to see right there in that corner. Could have been foot on the line.
Well, the trend continues for Hope. Voskel had a size advantage on her defender, and she just sat right in the restricted area there, and no dribble required for Olivia Voskel. Laid it in to extend the Hope lead to double digits, and Hope will head down back on the offensive end after LaRoche's 9th turnover of the evening, and get a sense this might be a little bit of a tipping point for this Flying Dutch team.
Yeah, I think LaRoche needs a couple of big stops, and they need to score. They've been sitting on 20 for too long, and right now the height, they need a break like that, and they just need to be able to somehow combat the height, and they got to figure out a way to score in these last 4 minutes the way they were scoring through a good part of the first quarter. And right now, that isn't happening, and you're absolutely right. It's not going to take long for Hope's 10 to, 5 became 10, and if 10 becomes 15, it becomes very hard to come back on this team.
Muller's on the right wing here. Baseline, window open to feed Casey to Smith. Hope still cold from the three-point line. There's a nice little push pass by Sydney Muller. LaRoche will head the other way. Here's DJ Whittington, kicks it out. 16-foot jumper. Majerus tried the charge attempt, no call. That one was off by Michaela Abram. There's Muller. Ahead of steam, kicks it out to Schoonveld. There's Majerus, three-point specialist. Kate Majerus from the left wing. That one's short. Hope moves to 0 of 9 from three-point land, and it's a stat that the Hope coaching staff and Hope fans aren't quite used to seeing from this team.
Yeah, that really does put a hush over the crowd, too, because we're just looking, is Hope, for something to kind of blow up this crowd. I think we'll have a bigger crowd tomorrow because when tournaments come around, people, make different commitments and they don't realize that the season is still going. But the Hope crowd is looking for something to uncork here and get excited, but they're not hitting threes like they normally do.
Muller tried with the left, and Voskel is there to clean up the mess. Voskel playing volleyball with herself on the backboard, put it in with the left hand and the contact. That's something for the Hope fans to get excited about right there. Olivia Voskel and one.
Give credit to LaRoche. I mean, if you look at total rebounds before that one, that's going to change to 19. But they've been battling, and it's 17-16. I think when I hit refresh on this, it's probably going to say 19-16. But Hope isn't controlling the board like you would predict given the size advantage. But that was a nice one by Voskel.
Well, there's a board by Majerus. She throws it away to Sanders. Sanders, step back, three ball. Oh my, Denasia Sanders from the right wing connects, and now she has 9 points on the evening. How about Denasia Sanders?
She's at 9. Great play. Those are the kinds of things that kept LaRoche tied in the first quarter, or even with Hope.
Bagley on the right elbow, tried an entry pass to Voskel here. That one actually caught rim.
They were sagging on Voss that time. That was good defense. Forced Bagley to make a bad pass.
Sanders stepped right into that one and talked about Hope going cold from three-point land. The Redhawks the exact opposite. And how about Sanders jumping in front of a passing lane? Back-to-back Hope turnovers. Sanders left hand falling away. That's a circus shot.
Look at that with the left hand. Sanders stands 5'6" and went up against Majerus and won.
Sanders all of a sudden at 14 points on the evening. How about that? Voskel smartly tried to rip through to the left hand, and her arm was caught there.
Well, she's already at her season average. She led the team this year at 13.6. Sitting on 14 right now with a couple of acrobatic shots. Great work by Sanders.
Sanders is actually going to get a quick break here, and the thing that stood out the most to me in that little mini scoring run by Sanders is that just the confidence on that fast break three. You have to be in a certain type of headspace to take a pull-up three on the break, and it's obvious that the coaching staff and the players trust Sanders to take that shot, and she knocks it in.
So JG, we were sitting at 30-20, and we had two wide open three-pointers. It would have been a 13-point game. Instead, we just missed a free throw here, and we've got a 4-point lead. And we missed both free throws. Look at this, a chance to cut it to 2.
And Voskel 0 of 4 from the free throw line. That's plagued Hope here so far. 6 of 14 from the free throw line are the Flying Dutch. Kick out tried. That one was DJ Whittington. That one was long, but LaRoche collecting the offensive rebound. Voskel spikes that one down into the ground. It'll stand on the LaRoche end. And so offensive rebounds, talked about it early. Hadn't seen it in a little while, but LaRoche getting some second chances. That's something that Hope needs to clean up.
First block of the night by Voskel. Again, give LaRoche credit. They're battling on total rebounds. Hope with only a 19-18 lead.
Bit of a struggle to enter it here. Abram gives it back to Chandrea Butler. Here's Maisie. Zeke, oh, deep try there. We saw her hit one of those earlier. That one's just long.
She had a couple in the first quarter, and then the scoring switched to Sanders.
Hope content here to share the ball. What makes them so dangerous, just the way they spread the wealth. Voskel, what a fundamental post by Voskel. 2 dribbles, so under control, so patient. Knocks it off the window for 2. And
went to her weak hand. She went to her weak hand and got the left-handed window.
So difficult to defend. Voskel in her 5th season, ultra experienced. That'll be a 30-second timeout here at DeVos, and I think we'll keep it right here for this break. And Scott, looking at these team stats, what jumps out the most at you? I mean, obviously we talked about the Hope 9 3-point field goal shooting for Hope, but there's some other stats here that I think jump off the page.
Well, we're winning in the paint, 24-12, which we're going to have to do if you don't do that, especially if you're going to go 0-4 on a 3-point shot. That is not Hope's brand, and you're going to. You know, this is the first round. You got to win 6 games to win a national championship, and you're going to have to shoot better. Maybe we'll see some shot clock. Maybe we'll see some averages even out. But give credit to LaRoche. They are staying with Hope in terms of total rebounds, and it's something that is just very impressive for the undersized team from Pittsburgh. And that's the 5th foul of the quarter. So that's going to be free throws for LaRoche. Chance to cut into this lead even more.
Yeah, it seems to be the 3rd or 4th hand check foul that we've seen on the perimeter here. I'm no officiating expert whatsoever, but it seems like down low in terms of boxing out and playing physically. And both these teams are able to rebound hard and then out on the paint. A little bit less freedom of movement type stuff.
So, JG, you say you're not an officiating expert, so the next time I ref one of your games and I miss a call, are you going to tell me I missed it, or are you going to say, hey, Stoop, I'm not an officiating expert? You know, whatever you think.
When I'm sitting in this chair.
Yeah, I just got you, man.
Schoonveld. Such a dangerous combination there when you reverse the roles and you have Voskel up top and she hits Schoonveld as she posts. Just so interesting, so dangerous, and a LaRoche turnover there. Probably the opposite of what they needed. Here comes Schoonveld driving hard with the right hand. That one's broken up nicely by Mazik. Stay on the Hope end here with about 40.5 remaining in half number 1.
Well, I have no idea what went into the game preparation, but I give Mo and his staff credit because I think, I'm interpreting that they saw everybody being oversized, and it's like, let's just post up everybody and let's work on our post footwork, and that's worked. But this is a 6-point game, and the undersized team is staying with them. I give LaRoche a lot of credit. It would help if he made more shots, but that's partly LaRoche's defense too.
Majerus had basically a point-blank attempt there. That one about halfway into the cylinder for DeSmit, and just seems to be a lid on the basket for this Hope team from three-point land. 5 seconds remaining here for LaRoche. They're gonna have to attempt a wild one. Mazik's the person to do it. Floater from 16 feet. Skirts off the rim. Thought that one was going down for Mazik. She's made those shots before here in half number 1. Well, the buzzer sounds. First half concludes, and the score is Hope 36, LaRoche 30. And you said it, this LaRoche team, physical, really locked in defensively, and they've been able to be aggressive offensively as well.
They are fearless. I give them a lot of credit. I think they're into this. They've come into this game very well prepared by Coach Gissendaner and staff, and they are just facing up their larger, oversized opponent, and they're holding their own. Whether they can continue to do that for another 20 minutes is another matter, because eventually you think size will take its toll, and you think that we actually might make a 3-point shot. But I give a lot of credit to this LaRoche team, because they're going up against one of the top 5 teams in the country, and they're only down by 6 after 20.
Really intrigued by how the first 2 or 3 minutes will go in half number 2. Well, we'll take a quick break here. Hopefully it's 36-30 in round 1.
We'll take a longer than quick break.
You're right, not a quick one. I might.
We'll be back for the second half.
I might go get a taco or something. It sounds
good food. It's good food.
All right, we'll take a break. Hope leads by 6.
Visit ncaa.com/programs for an
The NCAA expresses our gratitude to our corporate champions and partners. Without their support, these great championship moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. The NCAA's commitment to the highest levels of fairness and well-being, along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. Thank you.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season. The confetti is going to fall.
There she goes, and she's got it. How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport.
diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Interior designers are creative problem solvers. They use their knowledge of human behavior and technical skills to create innovative design solutions for spaces such as restaurants, retail stores, schools, museums, offices, and places of worship. Interior designers are responsible for creating spaces that are functional, safe, aesthetically pleasing, and most importantly, enhance the quality of life for the people using the spaces. Our broad-based curriculum prepares students to solve problems and create innovative, functional, and aesthetically pleasing solutions for many types of residential and commercial spaces. To learn more, please visit design@laroche.com.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Hall.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Football has taught me a lot throughout my life. It's definitely had a huge imprint on who I am as a person. Competing at a Division III level created that opportunity for me to go to college. Not only was I the first one in my family to graduate college, but I was really the first one to even go. Being the first one, I'm breaking that cycle, and now that I've graduated, I'm not sure what's the next step, but I know I have a lot of doors open. And a lot of those are open because I played football and ran track here at Otterbein.
NCAA expresses our gratitude to our corporate champions and partners. Without their support, these great championship moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. The NCAA's commitment to the highest levels of fairness and well-being, along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. Thank you.
LaRoche University. It's about self-discovery. It's about new experiences. It's about bringing the world closer to you. Whoever you are, wherever you want to be, this is how you shape the future. LaRoche University. Engaging minds, embracing the world.
We know it wasn't what you expected. An entire year filled with uncertainty, confusion, doubt, and tension. There was loss. There was pain. We all felt the fear and the grief. An entire year wondering, is this the new normal? Will everything be all right? Yet, it was also a year filled with determination, community, innovation, and resilience. When it seemed like all was lost, we found ourselves gaining new gifts, perspectives, and purpose. We found a new appreciation for a stranger's smile, stayed connected even from afar. We had time to learn something new or revisit an old love. This year reminded us to cherish our unity, our identity, rooted in Christ as we welcome an undefined future together.
When do you want to come to us?
And so, we return. Return to pushing the limits of human knowledge, pushing ourselves to unknown potential, to shared passions, pursuing wisdom, and passing on traditions. We're returning to wonder, to worship, to a world where hope has a new meaning. And though it was never really gone, hope is back. And hope changes everything.
Welcome back to Dwell's Fieldhouse. One half completed here in this NCAA tournament first round game between the Flying Dutch and the Red Hawks of LaRoche University. 36-30, Hope leads after one. And what are we thinking about these stats as we look here at halftime, just kind of regrouping? A couple look at jump out at me. I would say the LaRoche turnover number of 12, and then of course that Hope 3-point field goal shooting number that we talked about extensively in half number one.
It's got to get better. You know, I'm sure we all did our fair share, both of us. I hope you got your taco, but when you weren't getting your taco, I'm sure you had some corridor conversations. And I think at least the Hope crowd is kind of grimacing a little bit and shrugging their shoulders, saying this isn't the team that won the that was co-champions of the league and the MIAA tournament champion, and the team that's won 69 out of the last 70. So credit LaRoche for taking us out of our game, but Hope needs to play better, and they need to. I don't know if it's more disciplined possessions, if it's just kind of getting back to the fundamentals of shooting, but this is not the team. This is not an 0-10 team from 3-point, 0-for-10 team from 3-point range.
Yeah, Hope plenty of three-point opportunities in the first one. A lot of nice drive and kick opportunities for the Flying Dutch. None were able to fall. There's a fall-away jumper by Mazik, and that one is off. Schoonveld.
Mazik, I think we go with Mazik.
Yeah,
on that.
Mazik. Apologies to that one. Hey! The biggest cheer of the evening from this DeVos Fieldhouse crowd. Casey DeSmit knocks it in from the top of the key.
That was a pent-up, waiting for an hour to make that cheer, and maybe this will unleash the Dutch. And LaRoche down by 9. They're going to have to make one of their battles back like they did before. Nice interior passing again.
Yeah, really nice dump-off pass there by Sanders. And Mazik was unable to knock it in, but she'll head to the line, and that was just the possession that LaRoche needed there. No need to take anything forced, anything tough. Drive the paint and then see where your opportunities lie. Mazik knocks in the first.
She's got a nice touch, left-handed, a lot of arc. She's got that nice fadeaway from deep in 2 and 3-point.
Zek's off on the second, leading rebounder for this LaRoche team. Looks like they're going to catch Kate Majerus there with a push-off foul on that rebound. Box out opportunity for Majerus, they'll say. She was a little bit too physical there on the interior.
And that's going to be her third. She leaves this game with 3 fouls and 1 point right now. Majerus, who normally averages 6 points a game.
Mazik, top of the key. Mazik, the lefty, feels definitely more comfortable going to that left hand. How about the behind-the-back dribble to get by Voskuhl, and then the dish. Unable to finish is 25, Abram. A nifty move there by Mazik. LaRoche comes away empty.
That's exactly what they wanted.
Bagley, kick out 3. How about back-to-back? Can't do it for Kennedy Schoonveld. Nice kick out there by Claire Bagley. Here's Sanders.
Bagley has big shoes to fill with Majerus. 49% on the season from 3-point line. And she's got to guard Nia Thomas in that. I don't know if that's going to be her normal stick, but Thomas just drained a 3.
Yeah, like it was nothing. Really no hesitation at all. Catch and shoot 3 ball from Thomas. Cuts the Hope lead to 5. Here's Muller. Just got to get a solid offensive possession. Looks like a lot of standing here on the offensive end for Hope right now.
Yeah.
Gonna try for a high-low look, and they'll get it. That's Schoonveld to Voskuhl, and it's pretty much automatic each time when you get Schoonveld there isolated at the top of the key, and Voskuhl one-on-one matchup. That's just a bit too easy for those two, and extends the Hope lead to 7.
We want to thank everyone who's joined us. We see our numbers increasing over the course of the night as we've got a very good basketball game, and we'll be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We hope with the Hope game, but
I think
Chandrea Butler does not want to go back to Pittsburgh.
No, she has something to say about it.
They are playing great.
Butler knocks in that left wing 3, and hot shooting LaRoche team. Voskuhl unable to hit there, but Muller's there to snag it. Muller will retrieve it once more. This LaRoche team, staunch defense, but they need to finish their possessions. Schoonveld thought that step back 3 was good.
Faded a little bit. Probably needed to stay with the shot. It's a long shot.
Sanders thought about the step back 3 as well. 2 aggressive offensive teams going at it here. Here's Mazik. Oh, nice little move there with the left hand. Mazik, just enough hesitation. Found herself free and then finished.
We got a 2-point game. We thought the first 3 minutes Hope might be able to exert its muscle and its superior height, experience, and really probably we thought kind of a deeper, more talented team. But LaRoche is having nothing of that.
Here's DeSmit, top the key, over to Voskuhl. Oh my, what a no-look dish there by Voskuhl. To have your 6'3" center be able to drive with her left hand and then throw a cross-court no-look pass. It's just a really, really solid look for Hope. Schoonveld will head to the free throw line.
That's 3rd on Mazik. She's going to come out, and they will miss her as she has been a big part of their offense and playing good defense as well.
Be interesting to keep an eye on Zeke, see how long she sits for. She's really been a catalyst for this Redhawks team. Schoonveld off on the first free throw, and Hope shooting woes have extended the free throw line here tonight. 6 of 15 from the charity stripe.
Zeke left that game with 11, second highest point getter for LaRoche at this point, as Kennedy splits the pair.
Ella McKinney and Meg Morehouse going to check in, giving Muller and DeSmit a break. Just trying for a different look here.
You know, this is a game where you'd love to have Savannah Feenstra. She's got length. She can shoot. She's a three-point weapon, even though she's got good height. And Hope's going to need to learn, if they're going to win a national championship, they're going to need to learn how to play without her through these next 5.5 games.
Different look for Hope here, coming out in a 2-3 zone. You rarely see that from Coach Morehouse's teams. Really, really tough when Olivia Vosco is standing in the middle of that zone. Makes it difficult on the offense. She swats that one.
It's a risk to go zone, isn't it, JG, if you've got a team that's really willing to jack it up from 3?
Yeah, LaRoche has shown they are not shy from the long line. 4 of 10 here tonight. And I do think Hope's length, oh my goodness, Olivia Vosco blocked that one with her elbow. Hope will go the other way. And McKinney lost the handle. Possession will be Hope's way, but Hope in that zone, I do think they'll rely on the length of their interior players. This LaRoche team really does stretch the floor, though. It'll be interesting to see.
McKinney almost on a double dribble there. We do get the held ball, so we'll hold on to it. We'll lose the possession, but get another chance at it. Neat, good offensive movement on this. Nice play.
Vosco to Schoonveld, and then Sanders had no choice but to get Schoonveld across the arm there.
Oh, shoot. They're not going to give us a shot, though. I didn't see it quite that way, but maybe this would be a chance to ignite the crowd with a nice inside out. Or,
yeah.
Heaven knows, maybe we'll hit a 3.
Hope usually so effective on their baseline out of bounds calls. That one's a 5-second. This LaRoche team, really stingy defense when they've needed it. When it seems Hope's ready to blow the lid off this place, LaRoche, timely defensive stops over and over. And here comes Chandrea Butler. 1 possession ball game.
Absolutely. 38% for the year from the long line for Hope. 0 tonight.
Kick out try, no good from Nia Thomas. That was a good look for the Redhawks. They'll take that one. Here comes McKinney. They're really posting Schoonveld consistently inside. Extra pass, Meg Morehouse, left wing, triple. That one's off left. Vosco got a hand on it, but head the LaRoche Redhawks way, and now Hope 1 of 14 from the 3-point line. That was another wide open shot that you need to take, and if you're the Hope coaching staff or a Hope player or a Hope fan, you got to believe that those will go down eventually.
So what do you tell them, just to keep shooting, or do you make adjustments and try to do more post play?
Well, I like the post look for Hope, especially posting up both Schoonveld and Vosco. And if you can't get a post look, those kickouts from those post positions are going to be the most open shots you get all night. So I think they'll continue to go with that strategy there. That one did not hit the rim, so shot clock did not reset. Step back try by Thomas is back rim. LaRoche comes up empty. Oh, how about McKinney put the brakes on? Thought that one would go down. Ella McKinney put the brakes on behind the back dribble and then weaved her way through the lane. She'll head to the free throw line.
That was a pretty play. And again, we've got our third quarter media timeout right now, and the crowd here at DeVos is just looking for a reason to explode. But right now they don't have one, so we'll be back, and we're going to put Hope at the line when we come back. Hope hanging on to a 3-point lead. This is NCAA basketball.
Excited. So I've missed being in labs a lot because I was very involved in high school. I did like Science Olympiad, I did AP Chem, so it was just overjoyed. I actually cried out of happiness.
Compared to the old labs, the new renovations are amazing. Being able to actually start lab in them has been awesome, and everything's super updated.
I thought that they looked a whole lot better than the old ones, and it makes it easier to do lab when you enjoy the space space you're in?
I was excited because it was so like worn down before, and we were missing a lot of chemicals and stuff, and there was very minimal space. But now there's like a lot of space. It's really open and really modern.
They were really, really nice for the space we had. It was like surprising to see what it was and what it became.
It was a very positive reaction as I've seen it through the entire process. It was amazing to see.
Back here with NCAA basketball first round, hosted by Hope College in Duval's Fieldhouse. Ella McKinney's at the free throw line, and recently talking about the Hope three-point shooting woes, but I do think you have to credit LaRoche here and their defense. They've really come up big and are holding this Hope team to 42 points midway through the third quarter, well below their season average.
Boy. They just Hope cannot get out of its own way here today. They have a three-point lead, but a lot of their missteps are due to a very crafty and fearless LaRoche team. They are undersized. They don't have the national prestige that Hope has received over the last many years, but and they don't have, and they're outnumbered in the crowd about 1,000 to 1. But give them credit as they only trail by 3 in this first round NCAA game.
Shawntraya Butler took a nasty spill there, and then Maisha Hairston, right hand, I'm not sure how that one even went down. That one skirted right over the front of the rim.
Great play. You know, JG, early on, nice play by McKinney. Early on, I thought, well, you know, we're not playing well, and I guess I never really doubted. But I got to tell you that I need to see some evidence that Hope can start to exert their influence and start to score when they want to score. Because right now, we're kind of hanging on to a three-point lead, and we're not showing any reason or any effectiveness in able to stretch it out. I think now is the time they need to do that. The longer you let a team like this hang around, the more you start to doubt whether or not you can even do it. How about that? I thought maybe the Ranger might bring us back.
Bagley, extra pass here to McKinney. McKinney will give it a try. Yes! Ella McKinney triple. Extends the Hope lead to 6.
She was a huge part of the victory down at Trine, and she sparked us in the first half, and that's going to prompt a timeout. Maybe that'll get us going.
Yeah, we got some Hope fans here rising to their feet in applause. And Ella McKinney, I mean, she's the type of player where I've said it all along for the last couple of years that it seems like if she was on many other teams around Division III basketball, around the MIAA, that she might be a MIAA MVP type caliber player, just with her skill set and physicality and everything else. She's part of this Hope program that's just so unselfish, but she's come up in really big moments over the last couple of years, and especially this season down at Trine, as you said.
Absolutely. Well, after tonight, there will be 32 teams left. 32 of them will have to go home. One and done in the NCAA. It certainly is a privilege to be here, but everybody wants to win. 32 of them will advance tonight. And then after tomorrow night, about 9 o'clock, we're going to be down to 16. So looking ahead, the next pod is, and we don't have any scores on these, but they'll start to come in. Milliken, Wartburg, Eau Claire, and North Central of Minnesota, not Illinois. The next pod, NYU, Washington and Lee, Roger Williams and Bates. And the fourth pod that will meet up for that round of 16, New Paltz, Babson of Massachusetts, Scranton, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey City College. So really you can see the geographical expanse as much as, you know, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but I mean, we got to win this game, and then we got to think about a very good Marietta team. But right now, we just need something to get us excited, and that last three-pointer may have done it.
You talked about that Marietta team. Impressive victory here just a couple hours ago on the Duval's Fieldhouse court over a good Wittenberg team as well. They'll face the winner of this one. That one's going to stay here underneath. Sydney Muller, they'll say that Muller cleared out the LaRoche player underneath. Just a little bit of extra physicality. That's the second or third time we've seen that call on a rebound here tonight.
You know, when the player gets airborne, it looks dangerous, and it can be, but I just don't know. I mean, the principle I walk into these things is fouls are committed. Like, the person you call a foul on has to do something wrong.
Well, we talked about a spark. Meg Morehouse, maybe a leading candidate to provide that spark. She seems to do just that in a variety of games. Got head coach Brian Morehouse here clapping his hands, trying to urge his team to extend this 8-point lead.
We had a 15-6 lead early in the first quarter. This is the biggest lead we've had since then.
And Butler searching for anybody to find. That one's picked off by Muller. She finds Morehouse, 2-on-1 break. Oh, impressive stop there by Meg Morehouse.
That was good.
I'll say a 3-second call on Hannah Smith. DeVos Fieldhouse crowd doesn't like it, but they'll say Smith was camping in the lane there.
You know, she didn't receive the ball. By the time the whistle blew, she was out of the lane. That's a tough break. We need another defensive stop to try to get that ball back. But really not a huge advantage gained by that 3 seconds. Second 3-second call I've seen tonight. There was one in the first game, too. You don't see it a lot in high school basketball, do you?
No, it seems like when it's called, it's more of a surprise than anything else. 17-foot fall away by Mazik, and that gives Mazik 13 points on the day. It seems like most of her buckets have come the hard way, too. It's nothing easy for Mazik, all off the dribble and really creative shots.
She's had a great game.
Morehouse, left wing. Hope's movement a little bit better here on this trip, and you know, that'll just show the lengths that Hope will go to post their players in this game. Sydney Muller, who I'm sure has posted in the single digits this entire season, just posted on the left block, and you can tell she wasn't entirely comfortable down there, but she's a physical enough player to where the foul's called.
Yep, she was able to draw the contact on Alexis Robinson, her first, and that's the team's fourth. Both teams have 4 fouls now in this quarter.
Oh, Hannah Smith set an up screen, slipped, and found herself on an island. That's 2 for Hannah Smith. Extends the Hope lead to 8.
I think Brian Morehouse is the master of drawing up inbounds plays. I've seen, especially in these kinds of games, he finds ways, sometimes on the fourth or, after 4 or 4.5 seconds, that's second or third cutter. Great draw.
Morehouse found herself unguarded, so she just went right with her right hand. That one pongs off the rim. The aggressiveness there by Meg Morehouse. That shot ended up being a little bit more difficult than she expected. Zeke went hard with the left and was stopped at 12 feet. She'll head to the free throw line. And LaRoche shooting pretty well from the free throw line here tonight. 5 of 7 compared to Hope's 7 of 18. It's been a weapon for this LaRoche team.
Zeke hasn't missed a lot. She's sitting on 13 right now. Remember, she has 3 fouls, and she's had a little bit in the third quarter, but she didn't sit for long, and she's back in and picks up her 14th point.
It goes to show just how vital she is to their success. The idea with 3 fouls, that she's out there since really the middle of the third quarter. Pretty obvious that Zeke is one of the engines of this team to really make them go. So Hope leads by 7. Here's Casey DeSmit. She's going to trigger the offense for the Flying Dutch. All wide open, all alone, top of the key. Kennedy Schoonbell for 3.
3 for 17. We're starting to crawl out of the basement of the shooting percentage.
Yeah, seems slowly but surely. Here's Mazik, split that screen, and then a 13-foot floater for Mazik, and such a nifty play on the perimeter, and then found herself in the paint and laid it in like it was nothing.
14-footer, it's a little too long to call it a teardrop, but it almost looked like a little teardrop there. She had a nice little arc on it.
DeSmit's gonna give it a try. Join the party, Casey DeSmit. Left wing triple for Casey DeSmit, extends the Hope lead to 11, and that gets the DeVos Fieldhouse crowd out of their seat.
Biggest lead of the night for Hope. LaRoche with some big baskets, but the last couple times we've gone by 2 and they've gone by 3. Or excuse me, we've gone by 3 and they've gone by 2.
Zeke a little bit out of control there, kicked it out to Chandrea Butler. Sanders gonna enter the ball game. Sanders, we saw go on her very own 8-point scoring run. Hannah Smith gets a nice ovation from this Hope crowd. They appreciate her hustle.
They want Voskuhl in for this last defensive possession, so Hannah Smith's going to come out, Olivia Voskuhl in.
Here's Sanders. Looking up top off the ball screen. So quick is Sanders. Yeah, that's a little bit of a fumble by Sanders, and that Hope defense really did its thing there on the 15-foot mark and go the other way with 3 seconds remaining. Hope leads by 11.
I'd see let that ball roll up. Oh, but Denijah Sanders is not going to have anything to do with that. She's going to be sitting there right away to make sure that Hope picks the ball up.
Yeah, no way. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that LaRoche wants to make Hope uncomfortable. Muller, half-court try. That one's just to the right. DeVos Fieldhouse collectively held its breath for about half a second there, and Hope extends the lead. They lead by 11 here as we head into the final 10 minutes of this one. NCAA tournament opening round from DeVos Fieldhouse. Take a quick break. Be right back with NCAA basketball.
Access to your favorite teams. For more information, visit ncaa.com/social.
NCAA expresses our gratitude to our corporate champions and partners. Without their support, these great championship moments and opportunities are not possible for our student athletes. The NCAA's commitment to the highest levels of fairness and well-being, along with the pursuit of excellence in both academics and athletics, helps build a championship culture. With their generosity, our corporate partners make it possible to celebrate champions. Thank you.
10 minutes remaining here from DeVos Fieldhouse. We got the crowd doing a little YMCA here as we move into quarter number 4. Always a crowd pleaser. LaRoche will start with the basketball, and they're within striking distance here. You gotta feel like you've played a really aggressive game if you're a LaRoche fan.
You know, that was a good quarter for Hope, but it wasn't as indomitable as you think. If you look at the quarter score, look at that.
Morehouse just picked the pocket of LaRoche. She's all alone with the right hand on the finish. Sends a Hope lead to 13, and again, you get the sense that this is a pivotal tipping point in this one. Hope could snowball this defense into offense.
That's the second carbon copy. That's illegal. Yep. That's going to go against Michaela Abram as she just leaned and didn't have good screening position. As give credit to the on-ball defender who pushed that ball handler out away from the screen and forced Abram to make a bad screen.
Yeah, offense just gets awkward when you get out to 35 feet plus, and here's an example of that one. Bosco rip drive to the baseline, so strong. Olivia Bosco for 2, and this one's really ballooning for this Hope offense.
This crowd has been waiting an hour and 15 minutes to cheer like this, and finally Hope is exerting itself on both the offensive and the defensive end.
Really solid defense by Ella McKinney. I think they're going to get Kate Majerus for this one. McKinney stayed straight up, and then Majerus reached late. It's for Majerus. She's struggled tonight a little bit to get things going.
It isn't the game she wanted, but at least 2 of those fouls were wrong place, wrong time, and you know, there's just not a lot she can do about that. But we certainly will want her 3-point sharpshooting tomorrow night against a very good Marietta team. I got the chance with Matt Roblin to call that one. And we'll talk a little bit about that if this goes according to plan. But, you know, that's a team that needs to be taken very seriously.
Hairston just faced no resistance there. I think she was almost surprised that no one came over and helped, and she finished off the glass. Again, you don't get the sense that Hope has necessarily put this one away. This is a LaRoche team that'll keep fighting. So that's Ella McKinney. Similar play, back-to-back, both defenses yielding. And Ella McKinney finished with the left hand off the glass there for 2.
JG, I just get the sense that LaRoche, particularly on defense, might be getting a little tired. You know, that's a big load to carry with 9 people, always in the game, always fresh. They're just not sticking on defense like they were.
Morehouse kick out. Bagley, right wing 3. The Ranger for 3. Claire Bagley extends the Hope lead to 18, and this DeVos Fieldhouse crowd is on its feet.
That's what we needed. That's the tonic we needed, and we got an 18-point lead, 8:07 to go. And finally, the folks at DeVos are breathing a little easier. The blood pressure's gone down. We'll be back with more basketball right after this, NCAA Hoops.
LaRoche University set me up for success. I was undecided as to what I wanted to do career-wise. When I went to LaRoche to visit and met with the design division, it stole my heart. My internship led to a career with R3A Architecture, where I was hired full-time after graduating. I'm Brittany Craig, and I'm a proud alumna of LaRoche University.
Back at DeVos Fieldhouse for some NCAA hoops. First round of the NCAA tournament. Hope leads by 18 thanks to a recent scoring run. And we talked earlier about how you just kind of got the sense that at some point Hope was going to blow this thing open with how poorly they were shooting the three ball, and we saw the three ball is really getting them back into this thing.
They've climbed from 0 to 26%. They're going to have to be better from the line tomorrow night. 7 of 18.
Whittington, solid drive by DJ Whittington, the sophomore guard.
LaRoche needs a couple of stops here, obviously, to try to cut the lead. Time is going to be their enemy here soon, but we'll see once sort of how much gas they have left in the tank, because they have played their hearts out fearlessly the first really 28 minutes of that, and there it is. That's what's kept them in it. They have a long road to go, but great defense by Denijah Sanders. And a score.
Sanders with a pick on the baseline, and then she just was going to take it herself no matter what happened, and went over two different Hope defenders. Really acrobatic shot that we've seen from her all night.
4 straight points by LaRoche.
Voskuhl, left-hand drive. That's so tough to cover. You got the 6'3" Voskuhl, takes her about 2 steps there to get to the backboard and lays it in with the left hand. Here's Butler. Like you said, it seems the clock's going to become LaRoche's enemy here. They're going to have to move quickly.
Sanders has 16, and I think that that's going to go on Morehouse, as Morehouse helps Sanders up. Just a kind of it's an official's nightmare, because you don't exactly know what to do. Do you have a held ball? Do you have a no call? Do you have a travel? And they went with they called the foul on the team up by 16, which is kind of sometimes what you end up doing.
Yeah, by default, and we have some bodies hitting the floor, and it just complicates things even more. So LaRoche will inbound it here with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Another acrobatic attempt by Sanders. Hope's off to the races. Here's Bagley. Bagley takes the contact and finishes the kiss, the teardrop off the window. Sends the Hope lead back out to 18.
5 points for Bagley. Hope answered the little mini run by LaRoche.
Butler over to Sanders.
They've got Muller on Sanders right now. That's a favorable matchup for Hope. Outsized, and Sanders has just been really tough to defend.
Miscommunication by the Redhawks, and Muller found herself all alone. That's the easiest two that she's had all night, and extends this Hope lead out to 20.
JG, I think this is as much a function of fatigue as anything. They just look tired on defense because they played so hard. But, I think that over time, the oversized and deep team with a lot of tournament experience, they were their back was up against the wall here for the first 25 minutes. And I think it seems like LaRoche expended so much energy to stay close, and it just looks like they might be out of gas.
Seems to be affecting the LaRoche offense at this point as well. You battle so hard defensively against this multifaceted Hope offense, and then you go down to the offensive end and the turnovers start to mount. That's 18 turnovers for LaRoche. Hope only 9 turnovers tonight. They really cleaned up their early turnover woes. You talked about Brian Morehouse being the master of the baseline out of bounds play. There's another example right there for Sidney Muller. Here's Butler. I think LaRoche needs to get something going to the basket here. Maybe a little bit of inside-out play. And there you go, a little kick out to Whittington. Whittington stops, step-through shot rejected by Kennedy Schoonveld. Here comes DeSmit. Oh, DeSmit trying to wrap around one-hand pass. That one's picked off.
What a play by Sanders. Leading the team on offense and then made a really great play to intercept that pass.
It's Mazik. Good job by Claire Bagley on Mazik, and they'll say Mazik switched her pivot foot. Got to credit Claire Bagley there for forcing that turnover. Even though it wasn't a steal, get Mazik against pressure and get some substitutions here as well. Majerus is going to check back in. That's good to see. Coach Morehouse trying to increase her level of rhythm here late in this one.
Yeah, I think Coach Morehouse would like to see some offensive opportunities for Majerus. Didn't score a lot in the tournament final at Trine either, but has been deadly other times throughout the season.
This defense on Muller there by Sanders. Here's Schoonveld. Schoonveld so patient, almost like a running back waiting for the hole to open, and then she drives down, slices through, finishes, and all of a sudden this Hope lead is 24.
76-52, 4:37 to go in the first round game. The second of a doubleheader in this 4-team regional. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with NCAA basketball.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Hope looking to close this one out in the first round of the NCAA tournament. This Hope lead has suddenly crept up to 24 after struggling offensively for what seemed like 25 plus minutes of this one. I think Hope's defense has really sparked their offense. We've had a substitution during the timeout. It's the freshman number 11, Jada Gardner, freshman from Midland, Michigan. LaRoche fast and furious here offensively. Tough to do against Meg Morehouse's on-ball defense. Yeah, that was an attempted pitch to Michaela Abram. And that one flies out of bounds. It'll be Hope's basketball. Jada Gardner, freshman point guard, definitely see some similarities in her game to a player like Casey DeSmit. Under control, but also really skilled and can shoot it from the outside.
Yeah, Hope has 3 very good point guards. What's your sense of recovery time here? What for Marietta and for what looks like will be Hope? You get your players to bed and then you do all your work tomorrow? Do you get them together tonight? What do you think?
I think you. Jada Gardner, joining the offensive rebound party, couldn't hit. I do think you take the rest of this night off. Not sure about what Coach Morehouse has done in the past, but battling against a really good and feisty LaRoche team. I think you send everybody home. I think everybody gets a really good night of sleep, and then probably 10 or 11 a.m. shoot around, I would say. Just don't want to do a 1 p.m. because then you get people sleeping in and their rhythm's all thrown off. But get some good sleep and some good rest. And
I got to believe the coaches have to stay up till middle of the night, though, to prepare for They're going to be the ones without the sleep. And Marietta, too. I mean, both teams took a lot of energy to defeat their first-round opponents, which doesn't always happen. But Marietta trailed Wittenberg by as many as 11, ended up winning by 15, but they had to exert a lot of energy. And Hope has had to exert a lot of energy here. No really rest for the starters. Everyone's just played that 9-person rotation, other than Gardner, who just came in.
Yeah, I think back to my sophomore year at Hope when I was helping out the men's team. We went to Augustana for the NCAA tournament, and I'm not sure Coach Mitchell got more than maybe an hour and a half of sleep after that first-round victory. So I'm sure Coach Morehouse and his staff will be well prepared for tomorrow, but might need an extra pot of coffee in the morning. Well, we saw that Ellen McKinney drive and score. That got Hope up to 78 points, and for so long we talked about their offense. Hope right up, creeping to their season average. Just shows you how dangerous this team can be when they score in bunches like they do. Morehouse going to wisely pull it out, reset the offense. Try to get a quality look here. Okay, thought about the triple. Gardner. Man, what a lightning quick first step for Jada Gardner. Found herself right at the right block in about a step and a half. Lightning quick, Jada Gardner, the freshman.
Learning under DeSmit and Morehouse, she will be a great line 2 point guard, I think, for Hope next year.
Yeah, not too many players better than those two to kind of learn under, and then obviously have the Hope coaching staff as well. Well, speaking of freshmen, we're going to get a little line change here for Hope. This draws standing O from the Hope fans here in DeVos. We're going to get the all-freshman lineup out here with Abby Tarrant and Olivia Bellows. We'll also have Hannah Kurtz and Courtney Lee as well. So the future of Hope women's hoops on display here.
Well, for LaRoche, it has been Sanders and Mazik. They've accounted for 34 of LaRoche's 54 points. And for 3/4 of the game, Hope did not have an answer for them on offense. And I think eventually Hope was able to wear down LaRoche, but not after really a fearless effort. For I think many people felt like, based on seeding and based on the fact that, you know, in many people's eyes, Hope is a top 4 team. When the NCAA did their top 16 reveal, they had Hope at 12. I think many people in the Hope basketball nation thought that was probably an underrated. But the truth is, Hope was only 3rd in the region, behind DePaul and behind Trine. So it is a team that has a lot of depth. It has a team that I think a lot of people in Hope Nation thought that this would not be the challenging game that it was for really 28 minutes.
Yeah, got to give a lot of credit to this LaRoche team, a team that won 14 straight coming into this game. That's tough to do for any ball club, and to win your conference tournament and then to come here to DeVos Fieldhouse, obviously a very tough place to play against a highly rated Hope team, and really give Hope everything they could handle for a solid 3/4.
See if we can get a few names in here. Angelica Diallo, a 5'10" sophomore from Peterson, New Jersey, into the game for the first time. We've also got Brianna Buxton, a 5'8" freshman from East Canton, Ohio. Sanders remains in the game. DJ Whittington back in, and she's going to replace Sanders. We mentioned Buxton. We mentioned Diallo. I think we had one other sub in here. We'll see if we can catch it. Janessa Goins, a 6-foot sophomore from Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. Can't imagine a better name for a town, Hollidaysburg. How could you be anything but joyful coming from Hollidaysburg?
No doubt. And young lineup in here right now for the Redhawks and the Flying Dutchman. All freshmen and sophomores in for this LaRoche team as well. So some players that will be returning for the conclusion of their college careers as well, looking to improve.
LaRoche was co-champions of the Allegheny Mountain Collegiate Conference. And they tied with Penn State Barron, but they didn't have to play Penn State Barron in the final because they were upset by Alfred State. And that would have, you know, it probably is unlikely that you're going to get 2 teams out of that league. So they only have a 4-team tournament in the AMCC, unlike the MIAA, which has been expanded to an 8-team tournament. For a while it was 6, and it is back to 8 now, as are a lot of conference tournaments, including the conference Marietta comes from, a team that we will be talking about tomorrow night.
Abby Tarrant, the freshman from Bay City, John Glenn, ultra acrobatic there. Not sure how she even got that one off, but able to finish there. That extends the Hope lead to 30. Here's Gardner. Hope's going to continue their fast pace. Pitches it over to Bellows. Bellows almost got that one to go and hit the deck hard. Looks like everyone's okay. Bellows will head to the free throw line.
Goins is going to pick up her first foul on that, and we're down to our last couple of possessions. So we hope you will have the opportunity. We really appreciate the viewership. We see it's trailed off just a little bit, but we peaked when the game got close. It was at its peak, and we appreciate that. We hope folks from the great state of Ohio watching Marietta tomorrow, and anybody in the Hope basketball community will be joining us if they're not here at DeVos. JG and I will be privileged to be back here tomorrow at 7, and Jordan will be providing his play-by-play acumen, and I'll do what I can.
We'll all do our best here, and really looking forward to it. Nothing like March basketball, and Hope team that stepped up when they needed to today, and a LaRoche team that just really battled like crazy here down to the last few seconds.
They were fearless. They were fearless and aggressive, and they're not giving it away. They want this couple more points to get another chance for Jada Garner to go to the line. I think Coach Gissendaner was probably ready to let that, and perhaps a first-year mistake there, as you're taught to go in and play hard, right?
Yeah. Coach did slightly frustrated there, but hey, you know, you get your chance on the court, and you're going to go battle, just like the rest of this Redhawks team did. Really physical all ball game, and made for a fun to watch basketball game here inside DeVos Fieldhouse. Well, that'll do it. The field gets cut in half to 32, and Hope is one of those 32 teams advancing to the second round in the NCAA tournament. Hope defeats LaRoche 86-54. And congrats to the LaRoche Redhawks for what was an outstanding season.
Tournament champion and league co-champion. Terrific, and 14-game win streak. And just a really gutty effort tonight against a team that brought more height, but you wouldn't have known it for the first 28 minutes. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Marietta. Congratulations to Hope. And we are going to be excited to bring you that game tomorrow. I had the opportunity to see that Marietta game. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a very competitive game. They bring a lot like Hope does. They had 3 players in double figures. They have a lot of balance. They have good three-point shooting, and they play good defense. So I'm looking forward to it, JG.
Well, can't wait. It's March, and that means it's madness. So you never know what you get here. NCAA tournament action. Hope defeats LaRoche in round number 1 and advances to the second round. They'll face Marietta tomorrow here inside DeVos Fieldhouse. For Scott Vanderstoop, I'm Jordan George saying thank you for joining us here tonight. We had a lot of fun calling this one, and we'll see you tomorrow night for more NCAA basketball.